Right, hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a relatively easy one. We've got a 3DS here that powers on, all seems to work fine, but it's when it eventually comes on. Come on, you're making this video intro really slow. If you can see the screen, look at the top one, nice and clear. That one yellow and just generally nasty. Hello. Yeah, it's blurry and just not the best colour gradient you can have. So to make this great again, let's take the back off and swap out that screen. This was picked up from a street sale and it was the princely sum of £30. So I'm quite pleased with how much it was. Also, I have got one over here which is in pieces. I bought it the other week. There's the lower screen and the shell. What I might just do is, whilst I've got this apart, is test these screens, because the motherboard on it's completely shot to bits, no good. Absolutely knackered. I started making a video, got halfway through and gave up, unfortunately. Hence why there's been a bit of a dearth of content. I am apologetic for this. I do apologise. I just have had stuff to do. I've been on holiday as well, so there's that. But yeah, I've got this. I've got an absolute bucket load of switch lights I just bought. 25 to be precise. Where did that bloody screw go? Well, that's not good. We'll have to find that in a second. I don't want it ending up in the cartridge slot. And the last thing I want to do is muller a cart slot and have to change that also. But yeah, this wasn't actually out on the seller's stall. I was chatting to him, just asked if I'd got any video games and whatnot, and they sort of said, nah, not really. And I mentioned I did repairs and bits and pieces, and I went, oh, actually we've got a faulty 3DS if you want that. So yeah, we struck a deal, and here we are with it in pieces on my little workbench. It doesn't look like that screw has ended up in there, which is good. I've just got no idea where it went. Fortunately, there are other screws on this desk we can use, so all is not lost. I'll pop that up. Get this off. It's nice to have something that hasn't been messed with. I have looked at these switch lights that I've got coming up in a future bundle of videos, because there's 25, there ain't going to be one video for that lot. And yeah, they have all had some kind of look over done to them. I've put charge in the ones I can. There's a load with blue screens, there's one with an orange screen. There's quite a lot without any power at all. So we will find a charged battery and test all of those ones to see if they will fire up, and if it could potentially just be the charging port. But the first thing I'm going to do with this, now that it's unscrewed from the board, is pop this out of here. We know this is a good top screen. We know the bottom screen works. It's just a manky colour. Come on. Out you come. Get this top off. Now we will return to this, but I just want to see if this top screen works, because if it does, that'll be nice for when I get another one with a smashed screen or something. I can just whack this out and chuck that motherboard into here, provided it works, of course. Top screen might not be any good on this. Right, let's find a battery. In fact, let's have a screw or two in there. Should make life a little bit easier. Just a couple. And power on. Helps if we do that. Seems to be firing up okay. Yeah, excellent. So the top screen's all right on that. I can use that for another machine another day. Excellent. That's what I like to see. So let's get these back into view. I'm going to nick the bottom screen that was on this blue one and put in the silver, because why not? It's not being used currently. No point using a brand new screen if there's a spare kicking about. Oh, of course it won't come out. I've screwed it down, haven't I? Prat. I'm mostly sort of rushing this one because I want to get to those switch lights. So yeah, this can go out the way. We know that is good. I will label that up later at some point. Here's the screen from that one. It's fairly clean. Let's get our friendly neighbourhood digitizer plugged in. Superb. Let's see if our recycled screen is good. Do you know what? I'm not overly happy about that. I think we might save this one for another day. And we'll use the blue shell. So next time we have a 3DS motherboard, that will go in that one over there, the silver one, with the what do you call it, new lower screen, and we'll replace the mid frame, but I can't be dealing with replacing the mid frame today. There's no need. We're just doing what we would have done next time, this time. So let's get you in here. I will put that in place properly in a second, once I've got these. And in fact, let's just do that properly now. As you can see, replacing the lower screen should be about a 10-minute job if you're not faffing around testing your screen in other, or testing your motherboard in other consoles. But it is what it is. I would like to do some detective work whilst I'm in here. That's good. That's good. That's sitting nice and flush. I'm just going to get the soldering iron on, because once we're done putting these cables back in, I'm just going to nip the charging port connections up a little bit. Chap did say they were a little bit loose, like you had to wiggle it to get it to charge. So I'm going to take that to mean that these aren't very well soldered. I don't look too bad, but it's not going to hurt to go over them a little extra whilst we're in here, so I'll let that. How did this end up there? That's the stupid screw. The one I couldn't find. It was probably there the whole time. Oh well, let's get these screws in. Right, let's get you back on there. Have I got this in the right place? Probably not. Ah, that's missing the little slidery bit. Bugger. Can I get that in? Well, maybe not if there's a screw in there already. Prat. Yeah, that's better. Yep, that moves. Okay. Anything else I need to do? Yeah. Find the blue back. There it is. Yep. Oh, mustn't forget these. And of course, to test it before I screw everything up back together. Happy days. Right. Screw that back together and we're good to go. One, two, three, and four. So this blue one cost me 50 quid the other week, and unfortunately I couldn't fix it. So thankfully the top and bottom screens are good, as is the shell. So it's roughly worked out okay for the parts and things that were usable. So basically it's a fully usable machine and shell, but obviously the main board was completely knackered. It's a little bit scuffed here and there, but not terribly. And of course, does mean I now have both of these little rubbers to pop in. And yeah, there we have it. Nice and happy and working with a nice new lower screen that looks a lot nicer, a lot cleaner, a lot clearer. So I just tried to do that to zoom you back out. It's been a long day. I will say thank you very much for watching. If you do enjoy this content, please do like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.